This video is a representative guide for the candidate to understand the assessment portal, which is subject to change. Welcome to the video on remote proctored assessment. In this video, we will specifically take a look at the end-to-end candidate's instructions, which you will have to follow during any remote proctored assessment. It is very important to start with self-registration and launcher download 2 hours prior to the assessment. Do not start the launcher before the assessment start time. Note: during the examination, you are being observed by a remote proctor. If you indulge in any malpractices, you will be debarred or disqualified from giving the examination. To protect the privacy of the individuals, we have blurred the images in this demonstration video. System readiness check. The candidate's desktop or laptop system being used should meet some basic requirement in order to take the internet-based assessment. In upcoming slides, we will take a look at each of these parameters one by one. Your operating system version must be any one of the following. In case, if your desktop or laptop is using Windows 7 operating system, then check and ensure if it has the latest service pack installed. There are 2 approaches to determine the service pack installed. For service pack check, approach 1. Read the below steps to execute the service pack check. The second service pack check approach is listed. Follow the steps mentioned below and check the status of your service pack. If Service Pack 1 is not installed, follow the instructions to download and install SP1 from the URL mentioned. Repeat the steps given in the previous approaches to verify the version again. In case the Service Pack is not installed, please arrange for a separate system to take the exam. In case an error encountered says failed to execute script main, it is an indication of incorrect operating system being used. Availability of webcam. The system to be used must have either an integrated webcam or an attached webcam. Ensure the webcam is functioning. To check this, first open the webcam application installed on the system. For example, type webcam in search bar to locate the application. And then, click View Sample Pictures and Video of Self. Ensure uninterrupted and exclusive access to the webcam. Close all third-party applications installed on your system to capture images or videos, including UCam. Uninstall UCam software for the duration of assessment. Active, dedicated internet bandwidth. Connect to internet using Wi-Fi router, or as recommended, computer with a dedicated LAN cable. Next is firewall and proxy setting. For a system with active firewall, ensure that the firewall setting is turned off for the duration of assessment and disable all proxy setting. System screen resolution. Please ensure system screen resolution is set to 1024 x 720 only. Please refer the links provided to change system's resolution based on operating system. Browser setting. Recommended Google Chrome browser for best experience. Please verify the upcoming key checkpoints in browser setting before starting self-registration or the assessment. Zoom level. Set the browser zoom level to 100%. Please access the zoom level setting by clicking on the 3 vertical dots displayed on the right-hand corner of your browser window as shown. Camera access. Access to camera should be allowed for browser. On Google Chrome, please navigate to Settings, Privacy and Security, Site Settings, and then Camera. Follow the steps mentioned in the website mentioned for more information about browser access to camera. Note: in case you are using organization-controlled system, it is possible that organization security policy would require admin access to change these settings. Please read through the antivirus details shown on the screen. In case any issue is encountered during course of assessment with an error message indicating session is locked, Follow these steps shown on the screen and make a note of it. Please ensure the browser has full access to webcam and there are no running an active firewall and/or antivirus programs. Before you start for the self-registration process, carefully read the photo upload guidelines. Following these simple guidelines or prerequisites will help to ease the self-registration process. Please read the following prerequisites. Remote proctored assessment are internet-based assessments. Therefore, you require a good and consistent internet connection with at least 5 Mbps speed. The exam is monitored using your computer or device camera. Therefore, ensure you sit in a well-lit area while taking assessment. Your face should always be visible properly in the camera. Do not cover your face or camera while taking the assessment. It is recommended that you sit with a wall behind you to avoid any background movements on the camera. The exam URL and credentials will be shared with you prior to the exam. Please ensure you keep checking your email for the same. Steps to log into remote proctored assessment. Access the assessment link URL on your Chrome recommended browser. It is part of the email which you will receive. Wait for the login screen as shown below. Note, access the link and check the launcher 2 hours before the exam start time to avoid any delays. Follow the on-screen instructions to download and install the launcher. Enter the correct username and password as provided in the email sent to your registered email ID. And then click Login. The assessment tabs appear. Click on the Online Assessment tab. Select Current tab. Remember, the Launch button against the assessment name will be enabled only after the exam start time. If the assessment is not visible, please check in the Upcoming tab to ensure the exam start time. Click the Launch button against the assessment name. Please ensure that the browser allows the camera access. A message is displayed on the screen as the camera permission is not available or detected. Points to take actions, if required. Enable pop-ups, if prompted. If in case your system asks for permission for webcam usage, then please do provide permission from browser settings. Click on pop-up block camera icon on address bar. Before logging in to appear for your assessment, it is highly important that any application using webcam is stopped completely. The browser should have full permission to use webcam for entire duration of assessment. Click on Always allow the site to access camera. You can change the setting post-examination. Allow the browser to use your device camera to capture your photo video. The camera check and candidate consent screen appears. Please ensure that no other application is using camera before starting the exam. Allow the browser to use your device camera to capture a photo or video for proctoring during the exam. After you enable the camera, your picture should be visible on the photo window. Read the instructions given below to capture the photo. After reading the disclaimer, select the checkbox and provide your consent for capturing your photos or videos during the assessment. Important point to note: your personal data, including the captured photo and video, is used only for proctoring and will not be shared with any third party. Now, click on the Validate button. If your images do not meet the required specifications, the system will display a warning message. On successful validation of your photos, after meeting all the specified requirements, you will be directed to this page as displayed. You can select the language of your choice from the top right corner drop-down menu on the screen. Copy or note down the unique key displayed on the screen. This unique key is valid throughout the session. Download the launcher compatible for your operating system by clicking the appropriate OS icon. Extract, unzip the downloaded file and start the RPA launcher. The RPA launcher window appears. Enter the unique key or token generated, select the browser, select the checkbox, and then click Launch to start the assessment. This action will forcefully close all other programs that are running. Let us now understand how to use the assessment console while giving the exam. Read the general instructions displayed on screen carefully. Select the I have read and understood the instructions and agree to adhere to them disclaimer checkbox. And then, click I am ready to begin button. Read the group instructions and click Proceed to start the assessment. The questions and answer options choices appear on the assessment console during the exam. You need to answer the questions on the console. Additionally, the assessment console displays information such as exam instructions, section instructions, candidate profile, question palette, exam timer, and so on. The typical assessment console contains the following areas: groups, sections, question area, question palette, profile. Question area. It usually displays the questions and answer choices in case of objective questions. In case of subjective questions, it displays a field to type your answer. In the question area, click the down arrow to move to the bottom and click the up arrow to move to the top without scrolling. The question palette is displayed on the right side of screen. It displays the status of each question using one of the symbols as shown. Profile. This section displays the self-registered photo, name and exam ID of the candidate and profile link. To change the language of the exam, click your profile link on top right corner of your screen and select the desired language from the drop-down menu. Navigating to a question. Click the question number on the question palette to view the question. Warning: ensure you save your answer to the current question before moving to the next selected question. Click Save and Next to save your answer for the current question and then go to the next question. Optional: click Mark for Review and Next to save your answer and mark it for review, and then go to the next question. Answering a multiple choice question. To select your answer, click the desired option. To deselect your answer, click the selected option again or click Clear Response. To change your answer, select another option. To change your answer for a saved question, select that question and then change the selected option. Navigating through sections. Sections are displayed on the top bar of the screen. To view questions in a section, click the section name on the top bar. The section you are currently viewing is highlighted. When you click Save and Next on the last question in a section, you are automatically taken to the first question of the next section. You can move between sections and questions anytime during the exam within the time stipulated. You can view the section summary as part of the legend that appears above the question palette. While giving the exam, if the proctor observes any suspicious activity at your end, a warning message will be displayed immediately on your assessment console screen. You need to adhere to the guidelines and act appropriately. A sample warning message is shown on the next screen. Let us now go through the other key instructions. Do not touch the keyboard during exam. If you press any key, you might be locked out of the exam. If your ID is locked, please inform the administrator or help desk, who will help you to unlock your ID so that you can continue the exam, and in case your system is locked, you are required to close your assessment session by pressing right Shift plus Escape key, then relog into the assessment link and relaunch the assessment. Be mindful that this is a remote proctored assessment and all your actions are being monitored with the help of artificial intelligence machine learning technologies. Avoid using other devices like mobile cell phones, tablets, iPads, electronic Bluetooth devices, pagers, etc. during the examination. Any form of malpractice is not be permitted in the exam, and if caught, the administrator can take strict action against you in real time. Your assessment will end immediately. Inform the administrator help desk in case of any technical issues. Ensure to take the assessment with utmost sincerity and do remember to submit the assessment at the end for processing of results. Let us quickly go through the launcher details. Note, the RPA launcher once downloaded can be used for future assessments. You need not download the launcher every time before the assessment. System upgrades the launcher, if any update is available while launching. After your assessment is completed, close the assessment player by pressing right Shift plus ESC. After the assessment player is closed, wait until your system comes back to normal mode. Do not perform any actions until your system is back to normal, otherwise it may hang. Also check the details of OS and supported browsers for RPA launcher mentioned below. Here is a quick recap of remote proctored assessment process. Wishing you all the best for your exams.